done waiting. They are ready for some football here at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. Today, a good one in store here. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Philadelphia Eagles. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And away we go at the link. Blake Corum now to return it. This makes it up to the 25. For the Rams offense, getting out there for their opening drive of the game. And leading them out, it's one of the game's all-time leading passers. The top pick back in 2009. Still going strong, it's Matthew Stafford.
Stafford just continues to fight off injuries, and he continues to battle Father Time. And it is remarkable. There's a lot of quarterbacks as we see him age. We see the arm fall apart. We see the wear and the tear and the velocity disappear. We're just not seeing that with Stafford. You can question how long the journey may continue, but you cannot question how productive he is when he's on that field.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Play action now for Stafford. Oh, look at this, here he goes. And he's brought down after a short gain.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had here, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Stafford from the gun. He finds Adams, complete. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Rams, first down. A gain of 11 on the play. And a Rams first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Throwing now on first down, Stafford. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Wanted to fit that one into Davante Adams. So it's 2nd down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Working from the gun, here's Stafford. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. That's going to be something to watch as this game goes on, Brock. We know they like to take their shots throughout.
Yeah, and we know this league today, Kate, loves to play that umbrella coverage, right? Try to keep everything in front of them.
Yep.
The only way you're going to get behind them is to take shots like that one.
Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, 4th down coming up. So they couldn't throw for it on 3rd down, and as a result, so headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keeping him off the scoreboard, well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting him even cross midfield, that's a cherry on top.
Rams going to punt on 4th down, and they're calling Ethan Evans to the field. He has it at the 13. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in, but it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him, and he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
Let's get it out wide, complete. And this one doesn't go far.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now. To the air on 3rd and long. Ooh, and almost an opening drive pick, but he couldn't hang on. He dropped it. So the potential turnover lines up on the ground. Does, though, bring up 4th down. And, partner, I think we just got to look at what's going to be one of their biggest challenges in this one, operating quick enough to neutralize that pass rush.
That's right. And I know it's very, very early, obviously, the opening drive, but hits like that compound. That's why defenses stress it each and every week to get after the quarterback, because hits like that can have an effect throughout.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. So the LA offense getting out there for their second drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Stafford now off the play fake. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Rams have the 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
On 1st down, here's Stafford. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. The first carry now for Kyron Williams. And this is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
15 yards. That's good for a Rams 1st down.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a 1st down, that's a bonus.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels, and right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. So the offense trying to flex a little creativity on that 1st down, and the defense, well, they flex right back. No gain. 2nd down coming up.
One of the challenges when you run that jet sweep is you better secure that edge. I've not seen a great jet sweep in my life where you don't win the edge of the line of scrimmage. And that time, the defense got the job done.
Nakua, the receiver, in motion right. Shotgun snap to Stafford. And brings it in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
3rd down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. Now Stafford to throw. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And 4th and 4 coming up. Ooh, for a moment, thought those were our first points until he came and knocked it away.
Yeah, I think the message sent pretty clear after that play. You're going to have to try a lot harder than that to be the first ones on the board.
A 25-yard attempt.
Mevis able to knock it through. And despite that bad snap, they're able to tack on 3.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Tank Bigsby here with the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Now for the second time this game, we're going to look at the Philly offense. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be second down.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
26-yard line.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Hurts. It's a screen to Barkley. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap for Hurts. And he's caught. He's got ground. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
First down. 1st and 10.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
First down, a run with Barkley. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Now he takes it, and he will manage a little before being forced into a slide, as that's going to chip something off this upcoming 3rd down.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
Barkley gets it on 3rd down. Play not developing as they had hoped. That's a loss of yardage, Brock. 4th down coming up. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Braden Mann out once more for another punt. Back deep for the Rams. It's Xavier Smith. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. On the play fake, here's Stafford. Looking right, and he finds him. And a nice chunk there, about 7. He's up to the 27. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. I'm hungry. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They'll work against the blitz. Throwing the out route complete. Pick up a few as he heads out of bounds.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through one quarter. The Rams out to an early advantage. We'll return to the link right after this. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Rams football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Up the gut they go with Williams. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
14 yards. That's another Rams first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Straight ahead with Williams. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
2 more yards. That's good for a Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, you get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
Going to the ground again on first. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Back to throw here, Stafford. Brought in. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple, and he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
Stafford now against the blitz. Catch made. That is an LA touchdown. The Rams make it a 9-point advantage. Well, good luck stopping the big fella that close to the goal line, Brock. I've always thought that the distance right there is just made for tight ends to score touchdowns.
Yeah, and it's not just the sport that you also love to cover in basketball. It's all about matchups. You get near the red zone and into the end zone, matchups become critical. And when you got a dude like this that's a mismatch maker, you feed him.
Harrison Mevis on to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams make it a 10-point ball game.
Eagles nothing.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Set to return it. Here's Will Shipley. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. They go play action. Here's Hurts. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And he's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Eagles, first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
A throw left side, caught by Brown. And they make this stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, they need 7. Hurts yet again. He's going to keep it this time.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Third and just 2 to go. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for an Eagles first down.
I love that call on 3rd down because it just gives you options. The best 3rd down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of it.
Keeping it with Barkley on 1st down. And they catch him, but not until he's picked up 8 yards. It's 2nd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
1st down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's a get to Bigsby. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. Man, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
Finds Barkley underneath. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. They'll air it out on 3rd. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Picks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. But it does force a 4th down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, he just couldn't quite hang on.
A 30-yard attempt.
Elliott connects there. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Corum now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyron Williams again. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Ooh, the wide receiver getting it to begin the drive. And he won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. 2nd down coming up.
That's what an offensive player never wants to see, a defender just waiting for him on the edge. At that point, the play's dead, and good effort on his part to at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Stafford from the gun. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Rams have the 1st down.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
Stafford now on 1st down. McCool's got it again. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
As a quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Finds a seam down the middle. They will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
It's now 2nd
Kate,
and
from my
10.
vantage point up here, that was pretty close to drawing a penalty flag. Risky decision on 1st down, but there was a target in the area, so thus, no penalty, and we move on to 2nd.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. It's Stafford once more. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Stafford throwing again. Connects with Adams again. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Now the Rams will use the 1st of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Second and 3 now. Stafford's going to throw once more. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. It's a gain of 4 there. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st down throw here for Stafford. And he's just going to hook this one into about row C there. And some lucky fan and haul in a heck of a souvenir.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they've just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Stafford now on 2nd and 10. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams grow their lead just before halftime. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Mevis now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call.
Defense.
Well, you can't do that. Got to avoid hitting the kicker. And because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield. Here's Evans set to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
Take over 1st and 10.
The Eagles taking over now late in the first half. They could use something to trim that deficit, and enough time left to maybe get this near field goal range. There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground and start this one off. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
First down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Hurts on first down. He's got Devontae Smith. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
At the 40-yard line.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Short pass brought in. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Hurts throwing again. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. First field goal was good. His second look from inside of 45 yards. Elliott connects there. And that'll get him back to 11.
And with those 3 points, you just dig yourself out of a little bit of a hole. You know coming out of halftime, you've got to firmly be in comeback mode.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. Some good running here as he gets him 7 on that first down carry. All right, they're going to call a timeout. 3 seconds left. That means one last play in this half. One last play before the break. On second down, a run with Williams. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. So a two-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hansen. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, big thanks to our guy Scott Hansen and everyone down in Orlando. We're back looking at a two-score game here, Brock, as our third quarter gets underway. Here's Evans set to kick this away. Shipley now to return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. So to begin the third quarter, the Eagles offense returning to the field. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Heward, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. And it looks like that'll be Rams football.
You know, Kate, defenders today are top. Don't just go get the sack. Go get the sack and the fumble. It's become an art form. Making that strip sack, and that play was a masterpiece.
The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyron Williams again. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
At the 16-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long, but finally, this defense has an answer.
Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. Finds him over the middle. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Mevis able to knock it through, and that extends their lead to 14.
I know it's not a touchdown, but that's exactly what you want to do after a takeaway. Make them pay, and in this case, with 3.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Shipley now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And their defense held up after that fumble. Only gave up 3, so time for this offense to make it up to them. Get some points of their own. On 1st down, Hurts. He keeps it and takes off. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards.
Well, I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
And what a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Jared Verse on the tackle.
If there's ever a play we can call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Hurts now from the gun. And the Rams are there, and down he goes. And the sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
It's a loss of 6.
You know, when we watch Combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10, because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
The Eagles are in punt formation. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. The Rams and Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Play action now for Stafford. He's got his man again. It's Adams. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And the Rams have the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Williams now on 1st and 10. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Completed to his running back. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
Stafford now on 3rd down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
The Rams are set to punt. Ethan Evans, the one to kick it away. And that gets out of bounds down inside the 20. It looks to be at about the 17-yard line. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball. And
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
at the
That's now the 3rd sack of the game, and I know how these defenders start to think. How many more can I tally up before this one's over? Still a bunch of game time. And this defense, well, they're feeling it.
Need to get that yardage back and a little bit more, too. It's 2nd and 14. Trying to throw this from the gun. He finds Dotson left side. And the defense gets the stop to deny that first down. It's still a very good gain. They picked up 12, 3rd and short.
Brings up 3rd and a yard.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. 3rd and short, Barkley. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Give him 5 on the play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
They put a receiver in motion right. Here's another carry for Barkley. And that's going to be a gain of 8 on first down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. They go to Barkley again. He did well to shake off one tackle partner, but the next one got him. He's going to lose yards.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB is going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Hurts. He's going for it himself. He runs it up to midfield. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
He's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
Such a cool picture right there of shock and shed. It's what these D tackles work on in the league. You got to shock that offensive blocker, you got to shed him, and you got to make that tackle for loss. Well done.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. Over the middle and complete to Goddard. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
They're going to go with Barkley on the counter. That run good for a handful as it brings up 2nd down.
Some really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast, but he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Hurts gets it out wide, complete. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is within reach. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Quick pass, right side, complete. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line.
That's how you draw it up defensively. That's exactly what you want the coverage to do. Force that quarterback to throw it short and get off the field.
So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. It's on the right hash for this 39-yarder. Elliott connects there, and they're able to convert to...
Field goal didn't do a lot on the scoreboard to make it a more attackable deficit, but it does create a sense of urgency here for this defense to get off the field.
Jake Elliott to kick
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Whittington now on the return. This makes it up to the 25. The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyron Williams again. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. They'll motion Smith left. On 2nd down, it's Williams again. Well, that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Third and long for him here. Quick slant taken in by Nakua. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Rams, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Stafford now off the play fake. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
They call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's 3rd down.
At the 43-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Air it out on 3rd. Got it, man. That's Nakua. And this is going to be down to, looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
And the Rams, 1st down. A gain of 21 yards. 1st down, Los
We hear about
Angeles.
basketball on grass so much more of the space and speed coming to the NFL game. That play's so indicative of it. Get that point guard in the open field and let him do his thing.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Up the gut they go with Williams. And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. They send Nakua in motion left. Motion man sent left. Another run for Williams. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Down at the 31. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Play number 9 of the drive. This is going to be 3rd and 5 to go. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. That's caught by Williams. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down. The rookie out of Alabama there on the tackle.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter, but they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Vivas on for the field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
Mevis able to knock it through. And that extends their lead to 14.
Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. A touchdown to field goal's not going to get it done anymore.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Bigsby with the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Eagles about set to go on offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Maybe the wrong read on the option there, Brock, but it kind of looked like the defense had both reads picked up pretty well there.
I'd agree with you because the option, you're trying to option off of one defender, like a 2-on-1.
Yeah.
That time, well, the defense was all over it. Tremendous pursuit to knock him backwards.
Back to throw, Hurts. It's a screen to Barkley. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Now Hurts on 3rd and long. Ooh, missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
It's a turnover.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
L.A. bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Stafford. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled for a short gain.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
15-yard line.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They pick the handoff now, Stafford. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Puka Nakua, the target on that throw. And now they're going to face third down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of fourth down.
You're just not going to win many games in this league when you can't generate a pass rush until the fourth quarter. You needed to feel the impact from this defense earlier and more often in this game. The lack thereof, well, it's a big part of what's put them playing from behind in the final stanza of this one.
A familiar sight in this contest, Brock. He's out there again for another field goal try. It's a 39-yarder from the left hash. Nevis able to knock it through. And that makes this a 3-score game.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. This field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Bigsby with the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And the last time we saw them, Brock, they took a risk, went for it on their own half of the field, but it didn't work out. Starting out with an empty backfield, Brock. Here they come, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Completed over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. It's Dotson with a catch out right. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. He's looking for Dallas Goedert there. So it'll be 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. Hurts throwing again. Nothing doing there as the 2nd down pass falls incomplete. Trying to find A.J. Brown. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. It's Hurts once again. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Now L.A. getting its offense all set to go. They're looking to just hang on to the ball through the finish. Defense has all of its timeouts, but with this game out of reach, a good chance they just let it run. Straight ahead with Williams. dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground with Williams. They stuck with him and got the same results. He is stopped at the line once again to quickly bring up 3rd down.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Here he goes, 3rd and long. Complete out to the right side. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. So it's the Rams who take this one on the road. Well, Brock, we knew they were confident in the lead-up, that they could contend despite the hostile crowd they were going to face today, and boy, did they ever. Once they got going, they showed out, they backed up that confidence, and they leave here with a victory.
Oh, it takes so much work, Kate, so much work, even beyond what people hear about through the week or see in the game itself, to overcome somebody defending their home field. You need to be playing at your highest level, and you need to BYOE, bring your own energy. Whenever you take it on the road and you win one, gosh, it feels so good. What a signature victory.